Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. So till now we discuss about how to set up VS Code and Python, and also we discuss about three things. That is, first we discuss about variable where we store a string into that variable. Then we discuss about function, built-in function, then we created a custom function. Also we discuss about modules as well, how to use code definition and statements into another file using modules. So now we are going to discuss about data types into the Python. So basically, your computer need to know whether a variable is a string or a number or another type of data. Basically, we are going to declare what kind of data which we are defining into it. This basically help us to prevent mistakes like attempting to add a string to a number. Just like if I add my name Kaustubh to some number 7, so this is not possible. So with the help of this data type, it can know that this is a string, this is a number, so they cannot be added. So that's what we are going to discuss, that what are the common data types in Python. So let's discuss them one by one. And in the last video, because firstly we are creating this example of Hello Python and then we made a module. So basically now this become our Hello Python file and this is module because here we are defining our function. Okay, so let me um, change it so it won't remain a confusion. Hello Python as it is already there. So just let me give it a one, then module. Now I can change it back to Hello Python. Okay. So because this is our main file and this is our module.py. Instead, I can name it as main.py as well. So it will be very clear to you. This is our main file where we are calling our function. This is our module file where we are defining our function and we can define our other statement as well. Okay. So the first data type we are going to discuss today is a string, which we already discussed. But let me just give you a brief that in Python, a string is shortened to str using that keyword and refers to anything inside that quotes, just like we can declare here uh, string. Okay, so these codes can be a single code or as well as double code, both can work. So if I like I can show you using both. New string, I can write like this. So here I declared two of the string, and as we are already learned the concept of module, so I can directly utilize it here. But here you can see I am just importing that particular function, not these string. So one way to import these string is if I just put a comma here and do it, then I can print that string. So VS Code automatically suggested me, and then if I try to run this file, now we don't have any, so we can use this NumPy. So this gives me error because here still I am importing from Hello Python and now we change the name. So we have to type from module and then it will work. You can see I am getting the result. So this is the like one of the best practice to declare all the definition and into a separate file if you want to utilize into multiple files. But here we have only single file, so you can declare directly here. But if you have multiple file, then you can utilize this functionality. It depends on what the client want and how you want to structure your project. Okay. So now let's check about B string as well, that single quotes is working or not. Let's see if I directly try to print it B string. So does it show on me or not? So you can see it is giving me error as it is not defined. So I have to import it. Okay. So now if it is I try to run it, so you can see I'm getting that result. But suppose I want to utilize all the definition and statement which I put in my module.py. So how we can do it? I don't want to write it like all the functions here. This is just to customize. If you want to import that particular function, then you can use this import and from keyword. If I want to import whole module file, not just that particular statement which I want to refer, so what I can do, instead of writing all this, uh, I can import the whole module. Okay, so here, and then also you have to make changes here as well. So you can write module dot and then it will refer to that function. So this way Python will understand that it has to go to this module which we are importing here and go inside this function in this definition basically. Similarly, you have to do it here as well. But let's just try to run it and see what error we will get. So you can see I am getting the hello Python result, but for rest a string because it is not defined. So if I write module dot here, then it will give me result. So now let's look at another benefit of VS Code. So what I have to do, I have to press Alt on my keyboard and keep holding it and just press here. So you can see now we have two cursors here. So I can write simultaneously in both the lines because this is, so see this how VS Code ID make our work very easy. And when I try to run it, I am getting all the results here. So this way you can import whole module if you want to import it. Also, if you want to include quotes into your sentence, just like I want to include here that my name is Kaustubh Sharma. So if I want to put this into a quotes, then you have to utilize the single quotes outside. Okay. So this way you can include the single quotes here. So basically this allow us the flexibility to use single quote to wrap the string and double quote inside the string for the direct code if you want to include it. And so this will tell Python that you want to include quoted string inside that string which you are provided, and this will help Python to not get confused with that our statement. So when I try to run it, so you can see I am getting that codes here. And if you want to include single quotes inside, then you can use double quotes outside. Okay. And then if I try to run it, you can see I am getting that single. So that's the benefit of using these both single quotes and double quotes. Okay. And as we can see, strings can be assigned to a variable which has the format of name equal to value. And basically all data types can be assigned to a variable. So here we are assigning a string data type to A string variable and B string variable. And also in Python, you can add these string as well. So basically adding here means we can concatenate them. So if I go to my main file, so if I want to just copy this line, so what I can do, I have to press Alt, Shift and down arrow. So that line will be copied multiple time. I can using the Alt, Shift and down arrow. Okay. So you can copy it multiple times. B string with the module dot A string. Okay. So if I want to perform this operation, I just have to write like this. And if I run my file, so you can see both of my strings had got copied. So if you want to include a full stop in between, so what you can do, you can add a string here of dot and then you can add it and try to run it again. So you can see a dot is included. If you just like, we can include the space as well. You can see this way also you can add if a value is coming from different variable and another value is coming from different place, then you can use this concatenate method to add those sentences. And Python will automatically understand that this is not a mathematical operation. You just want to concatenate these string as it is a data type. Okay. But if you want to use it in between a sentence or another string, so you can do like again, I have to press Alt, Shift and down arrow to copy this. And then suppose I want to use a string here inside this print function. So what I can do, I can use this, the value of B string is, then Instead of writing it like here, what I can do, I can put the curly brackets, and same here I can do for the value of a string is, and then I can put the curly brackets here. Okay, so now as it is a string, so we can directly put a dot here. Okay, so if I want to fill my strings here, so what can I do? I can use the format function. So I can put the format here, and then first bracket I want to fill with the b string. So what can I do? I can use the module dot b string, and then I can use comma to separate each variable. Then I can put module dot a string, and if I try to run it again, so you can see value of b string is new string, and value of a string is my name is Kaustav Sharma. So it automatically replaces all those brackets. And as we are already utilizing the latest version of Python, so there is another way of doing that. So let's again copy it, Alt Shift down arrow. And another way is that we can directly put all these string directly here, and the value of a star as well inside these curly brackets. And we don't need this format function. But what we can use something is f string. Means we have to use f before the string, which basically tell Python that there is a variable into our string. So we have to replace those value, and also this will help us other developer to read that there is a variable into your string. Okay, so if I try to run it again, so you can see still I'm getting the value. But here I'm getting two values. One is from the upper one and another is from the second one. So you can see the result is exactly the same. So both method will work here. So these are some action which you can perform on the string data type. Also, we can perform some other action as well. Suppose after this dot, I want to include this into an another line. So what can I do? I can utilize the functionality of escape character. So in Python, a forward slash is known as escape character. So put a forward slash, and then you have to like if you want to put it into an another line, so you can type n. So this will tell Python to put the text onto the next line. So if I try to run it, so you can see the value of a string is now in the next line. So as there is a space after this, so you have to join it because you can see there is some gap here. So you have to remove it. And when I try to run it, now it's all in the intended. Also, you can utilize this escape character when if you want to include a tab spacing. So in the next line, I can do tab spacing. So first include the forward slash and then type T to include the tab spacing. So it will perform same functionality if you press tab on your keyboard. So let me try to run it and show you. So when I run it, so you can see there is a tab space here. So this way you can include it, and here you can perform if you want to put it into a new line, you can do that as well. So you can see now it is in the next line. Also, there is a tab space. So these are some action which you can perform on the string data type. So that's all in this video. See you guys in the another video. I'm going to push more videos frequently. So make sure you subscribe the channel, like this video, and share it with your colleagues, juniors, and everyone who wants to enter into IT or software. You know, your brothers and sisters who wants to enter into IT.